Baldrige is at work in the classroom, helping improve the education of more than 144,000 students who attend Montgomery County Public Schools. For over a decade, Baldrige has given students, parents, and educators of MCPS the tools and strategies to guide school improvement plans, increase collaboration among stakeholders, build processes, and yield student success rates that lead the nation.
Well, the big deal about Baldrige is that it is a way and a system for teachers, administrators, parents to look at data and look at ways in which things are working and look at other places where there's an opportunity to become better.
It has made such a difference in every aspect of teaching, from planning to classroom management to children succeeding.
Since implementing the Baldrige and using the quality tools, we have seen a dramatic closing of our achievement gap on our standardized tests. It used to be almost a 40 percentile difference to now, within the last 9 years, closing down to having a difference in scoring of about 5%.
When I came 10 years ago and we started working with Baldrige, we were at about an 80% reading and about a 55% math. Today we're in the 90% area for both reading and math. And I think we can attribute a lot of that improvement to this whole issue of ownership.
The Baldrige process allows tremendous buy-in from the community because they have a voice.
As a parent, the school system has really made us feel like we're the primary customer along with our child. They routinely solicit our input, and I think they feel that our ideas are pretty important to what's going on here at the school.
We have a data analysis day where we really bring in parents as well as staff and say, hey, what can we do to improve? The parents would raise their hands and say, hey, what you guys are doing is great, but help us to teach our kids how to study. Help us to teach our kids how to learn. Boom, we have the Academic Achievement Night.
Throughout the county's 200 schools, educators and students utilize many Baldrige quality tools such as affinity diagrams, issue bins, the Plan, Do, Study, Act cycle, and Your Job, My Job, Our Job charts, where students help develop classroom roles, expectations, and responsibilities.
Sometimes we'll sit down and we'll have class meetings and we'll say, what worked this week? What didn't work this week? What do you think would be better, as a class next week? I think it helps run the classroom more smoothly. We didn't have that before, so it was, we never really clearly defined those roles.
It's definitely helped me as a teacher know how my students are feeling about an issue in the classroom, behaviorally or academically, know where I need to get them to by the end of the year. And most importantly, it's helping the students, it's empowering them to take a role in their learning and take responsibility for their learning.
Another valuable Baldrige quality tool is data notebooks.
What data notebooks do for students is it helps them set goals, it enables them to reflect on their learning, they can see where they started, they can see the progress they've made, and they can set new goals.
I have a data notebook, and so do all the other kids in my class. We use them to keep track of how we're doing in lots of different subjects.
I love my data notebook because I can see how much better I'm doing with reading.
Your data notebook shows you your improvements.
From the data I keep, I learn a lot about what I can do to improve myself.
It's a great communicator. It lets me know up to date what my children are doing.
I think Baldrige helps the kids set goals and track their progress toward the goals with the data notebook, and they can know when they're falling behind and when they have actually met the goal.
When I went to school, we didn't really have data. It was kind of like you keep your fingers crossed when you get the report cards because the teachers kept the data. And when you take the time to have the students and the parents have the data and record the data, they're more empowered.
We use data notebooks to record individual student data, and then we use the data centers in the classrooms to help the students see where they fall in the bigger picture.
The teachers know when their class is on target by using the data boards, and so they can look and compare across all grade levels. It holds everybody accountable, and it also really makes everything very transparent, which I think helps move everybody forward.
Data is driving instruction at MCPS, giving stakeholders access to more consistent and more immediate testing measurements.
Last week we had a data chat. So we took a look at our last assessment, we took a look at the data, and we looked at how can we apply this to our instruction and improve our instruction as a department.
And really making data and analyzing data a way of life, and that's come through a lot of the Baldrige tools.
Data gives you a chance to focus on where the needs are and where the need for differentiation is.
I need everybody to take out an active voter.
And the active votes are individual student responses where they can answer multiple choice type questions. So when we use the active votes, we get an immediate record of how the entire class did, and that shows me what do I need to continue teaching or what do I need to let go because the kids already know it.
Sometimes if kids aren't getting it, I have to look back at my teaching and say, wait, what was happening in my instruction there? Was there a piece where, a part of that lesson where I wasn't clear? And then I will have to go back and clarify that for students.
We identified students for needs of different interventions really by looking at a triangulation of data. And then, okay, we see these students, we target these students. Now what additional interventions and supports can we give these students so they succeed academically?
Many MCPS schools host student town hall meetings where administrators share academic and behavioral results and then gather student ideas for improvement.
The beauty of the town hall meetings is to give them a wake-up call as well as a realization of their data as well as the successes of their data. Today, throughout the meeting, we had many opportunities where the kids could share. We want that input. We want those kids to feel like they have a voice.
These town hall meetings are important because it can help students to express themselves and show everyone how the school is doing overall.
When they share the data with us, we get to see how well we did and see if we improved or if we need to work harder for next quarter.
Through Baldrige, students are more empowered in the classroom and have taken charge of their own learning.
They set goals for themselves along with goals that I've set for the classroom.
One of my goals is to take my time doing my work so I can get better grades. One of my goals is to make sure I get 25 book reports by the end of the year.
They're learning how to be learners for life. They're learning how to do school in a positive way where they're holding the reins.
The goal setting is really helping students understand where they need to go. One of our quality tools that we use with the students a lot is called a bone diagram. And a bone diagram begins with where we are and where we want to be, but then it puts in a series of steps to help reach that goal. The 7 Keys has provided the school system with a bone diagram from where we are and where we need to be in order to be ready, college ready.
With the 7 Keys to college readiness, teachers have specific goals. We're letting the students know those goals, and it just drives for way more focused instruction.
The 7 Keys are very important across the county because you want equity in the county and for every kid to seize the opportunity to make it in college and beyond.
One of the 7 keys to college readiness is for students to successfully complete Algebra 1 by the 8th grade.
And recognizing that, we began at kindergarten working towards attaining that goal. 5 years ago, we were at about 45 to 50% success rate. These past 2 years, we've been well over 80% success rate with our 8th graders passing algebra.
Another benchmark of the 7 keys is for high school students to take advanced placement courses and to score a 3 or higher on the AP exam.
And our success rates on the advanced placement tests have increased significantly.
Over the past decade, MCPS students have more than tripled their success in taking advanced placement courses by scoring a 3 or higher on the AP exam.
Students see the pathway, they see the ownership, they recognize that they need to be in charge of their learning and where they're going to go with their future.
Even with strong successes in place, Montgomery County Public Schools will continue to use Baldrige in the classroom to foster excellence and equity in education.